So welcome to the AM News on the AM Show. Now to start with, the Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund has given approval to Ghana's request for a $3 billion bailout. The approval was signed after an emergency sitting Wednesday in Washington, D.C., USA. JoyNews is learning government has requested the IMF to make public the full details of the agreement and the conditionalities attached. Here is Minister of State, the Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam.
We are committed to transparency. As a result of this, the government has instructed the IMF to publish all the documents. Once the approval has been given, the IMF must be publishing the documents. So all the documents are going to be available for the public to continue to scrutinize and also to help with monitoring. Public scrutiny is important because we are supposed to implement a number of measures, and to the extent that the public know what those measures are.
Now, Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia says he is impressed with the progress of work so far at the BK Adama Multipurpose Youth Resource Center in Wa. Now, as part of working visit to Wa, he commended the consultant and contractor Habke Enterprise Limited for beautifully executing the project. Rafiq Salam reports.
Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia made a whistle-stop visit to the Upper West Regional Youth Multipurpose Resource Center. Upon arrival at Wa, Inspector Kojo West at the Resource Center, renamed after former Defense Minister in the Busia administration, BK Adama. The BK Adama Multipurpose Youth Resource Center is among 9 others awarded by the government for construction in the former traditional 10 regions. He was met on arrival by the managing director of Habke Enterprise Limited, Alhaji Hadi Bin Sali, whose construction firm has been contracted by the government to execute the multi-million-dollar project. Present were placard-holding loyalists of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, who sampled Need a Walker's song. I have decided to follow Jesus, who elicited some hand gestures from the Vice President, pointing to the air. He was given a brief profile of the job and the percentage successfully executed by the surveyor, engineer surveyor, Ridwan Kasim.
Of volleyball, netball, basketball, an IT center, counseling unit, and then a restaurant. Yeah. And then the project is in 2 phases. We have the phase 1 and then the phase 2. The phase 1 is actually 100% complete. We are currently on the phase 2. The phase 2 consists of the external drainage works, the walls, and then the car parks. The phase 2 is also at 98% complete. Wow. And we are very hopeful that in the next 2 months, the project will be 100% complete, sir.
What is left is ramming, just coming to put the tantan truck here, you understand me? And also for the parking lot, you understand me? You know the graveling is done, but we have to put the bitumen there. That's what is left now. Those are the outstanding issues. Yes, and that one too, you know, like I know, that with tarring of a place, 2 days they can use it. Once the place is properly treated. That is it.
Vice President Dr. Bawumia described the work done at the facility and the performance of the contractor and the consultants as fantastic.
This is fantastic. I must congratulate you and your team. I must congratulate the contractor for an excellent work done. I think that this is very much needed in the Upper West region and in Wa. It will be put to good use. It's a multi-purpose facility, different sports and you know, rooms for changing and all of that, you know, and so it's very, very good to enhance sports in this country, in this region, and in Wa in particular.
He was later conducted around the facility to have a closer view and feel of it. He went as far as sitting at the VIP, sandwiched by members of his entourage and his loyal supporters. Vice President Dr. Bawumia, again, was impressed with what he saw.
Whenever you come to a project inspection and you have finished with phase one, as of now, if we have to play a football match here tomorrow, we can play. Because phase one is complete, phase two is 98% complete, and what the quality of the work I've seen done, I'm happy and I'm pleased with what has been accomplished.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rafiq. Thank you.
Beyond the inspection of the project was the MPP party politics, with lots rooting for him to lead the MPP in the 2024 polls. Leading the charge is the former Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, Anthony Iyo Abefakabu.
I think so far he's acquitted himself quite well as a vice president and as a loyal supporter of our tradition and our party. Sacrificed so much, and he's done that in the footsteps of those who have come before him. The Baifa Kabos, the Dombos, the BK Adamas, the Chato Kaleos, the
to the Ashanti region now, Health Minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu has been touring some health facilities in that region and is satisfied with the quality of work done by contractors on the Setra from Plains District Hospital, which is near completion. It follows the installation of some medical equipment, painting of structures, among other works, on the 120-bed capacity facility. Project contractors NMS Infrastructure Limited have had to double effort to complete and hand over the hospital in August this year. Ohiming Terry of our health desk reports.
Which started in 2014 has delayed following variations which altered construction schedules. The 10-key project by NMS Infrastructure Limited involves the design, construction and equipping of the new hospital. During a visit to the project site this week, Health Minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu is happy at the quality of work done at the facility. The contractors are installing medical equipment at the male and female wards, as they also fix doors, work on landscaping, and also improve road networks at the facility. A 36 housing unit for nurses and doctors have already been completed. David Moore is senior site manager.
Medical equipment is mainly in the country, so we haven't got too much to worry about that. As I said before, there's vinyl still to come, which is the end of the month, and the rest of the doors at the end of the month. So, we're looking at, we've got 2 weeks left here, 4 weeks in June, so that's 6 weeks. We're working long hours. And 7 days a week virtually. So it's like, if you double that up, it's like having 3 months. So we're looking to see if we can get A block and the wards all finished by June kind of thing. But, depending on the availability of the materials, it could slip into middle of July, this, that, and the other kind of thing, But, our aim is not to go past the end of July.
At the Adansi North District Hospital at Fomina, construction work is completed. A test run of equipment at the hospital will begin next month by NMS Infrastructure. According to Mr. Moore, this will be followed by training for staff to precede the official handing over.
It's all finished. We've done the testing and commissioning from our side. We've invited now the MOH to do their testing and commissioning, and also for them to, whatever machines they want, we're ready, when they are. So I believe it's been scheduled by them, but roughly, I think the middle of next month. So we'll start training.
Healthcare delivery is expected to improve in the Ashanti region when the Fomina and Kumawu district hospitals, as well as the 250-bed capacity Ashanti Regional Hospital Asewua and the 500-bed military hospital at Afari are operationalized. From Kumasi, for Joy News, Ohiming Terry reporting.
Now, the lack of a 24-hour service at many shops prevent many would-be customers from accessing product, especially in the night. What if there can be a vending machine where items can be purchased using mobile money? Fortunately, 3 computer engineering students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology have responded to the exact call. On Tech Thursday, Lava FM's Kwesi Deborah speaks with a student behind the innovation.
Now you may be wondering, what is a vending machine or why even we built this? Well, I'm quite sure you realize that there's a lot of people that stand outside around 10 p.m. and even early mornings to provide availability for customers for their products. So for instance, here in KNUST, when we were taking our examination this semester, a lot of people, a lot of sellers were outside the library from 10 p.m. up to morning 5 a.m. just because students would come out at dawn to come and buy water or to come and buy chips. We found out that human effort can be put to better use than just sitting around and waiting for someone to come and buy their stuff. And that's why we decided to build a vending machine. Simply put, a vending machine is a machine that you can approach, select what you want to buy, and it can take your payment and give you your goods and services. That's simply what we did. And my colleague Peter Doglo will take us through how it works.
All right, so with my specialty in embedded system design, once I got notice of this problem, we sat down to discuss how we can build up a system that can vend items to people autonomously, so that the problems will be mitigated. So we came around to build up this system, which is the vending machine. So it has the 7-inch touch screen to interface the whole application. It has the camera model to watch everything happening around. So since it's a remote control device, it doesn't need constant supervision. So the camera is what watches around whenever to monitor any activities that goes on and can be accessed from anywhere in the world. It also has the spring coils that dispenses the item. This is the basic interface of it. So this is for the customer to interface the device. So say the person wants to buy, the person who's close wants to buy, let's say, Boss Bika cake, for instance, and can choose a quantity that he wants. So after choosing to add to cart, and then you select what's cart. So this is the subtotal now. So let's say I want to buy Jack and Jill for 60 days. So this one is too expensive for me. I've decided I won't buy it again. Let's say I choose this one and check out. So I'm choosing MT mobile money and then 059 5964 0593. Yeah, so with this number you type and then you can pay now. It's actually with this one when the transaction goes through, you confirm from your mobile phone and then it will debit your account, and then when payment is successful, the items in the vending machine will eject out for you to pick over here.
So this is the mobile application that is designed for whoever owns this vending machine. So whenever anyone buys anything, it's going to appear on this dashboard, total sales. You always get live updates of whatever someone comes to buy, and you can also know the percentage of goods that are in your vending machine, so that you don't always have to come and check, oh, are there things in my vending machine or not? You'd see them remotely within seconds on this application. There's more to it. You can see all the machines you owe as well. So for instance, this is the only machine I owe. It's here. If you want to view more, you can view all the items in your machine, the quantities left for each item, the price you set for them, and anything. If you want to modify them, you can also go ahead and modify them from here. All those functionalities are available to you. Even what is more exciting is the fact that you can get a live feed from your machine to your phone instantly via this camera. So once you click on this live feed, you're able to get the channel from the machine to your live phone feed.
Reporting for JoyNews.
And that's a wonderful piece of innovation there. Now to some farming stories now. The Peasant Farmers Association has indicated that the Planting for Food and Job project has failed to achieve its intended purpose as a result of disparity in input allocation for farmers. This is opposed to its central idea, which was to promote food security and immediate availability of selected food crops on the market. An assessment conducted by the Peasant Farmers Association has revealed that the Ministry of Food and Agriculture did not factor certain key data in the formulation of the policy. This led to the shortage of crops in some districts and oversupply in other districts. There is more in the following report.
The Planting for Food and Jobs policy flagship program of the NPP government was introduced with the aim of promoting food security and immediate availability of selected food crops on the market and providing jobs for the people. The Peasant Farmers Association, however, has indicated that the policy has failed to achieve its intended purpose as a result of the disparity in input allocation for the farming sector. Speaking at the stakeholder validation budget credibility workshop of the policy, Executive Director for the Peasant Farmers Association, Dr. Charles Nyaba, stated that the inconsistency of data and friction in funding for farmers has led to a disorder of supply in the various districts, hence the program not reaching its full potential.
We try to influence the implementation of Planting for Food and Jobs to benefit the smallholder farmers, the entire Ghanaians, and then to deliver on its mandate. So we gathered this data from 1,116 members across 9 districts, 9 regions of Ghana. Now, in summary, what we found on the ground is that in 2022, the implementation of PFJ did not benefit the farmers. It is a reason you saw the food supply in 2022 actually reduce, which reflected on prices of food items in the market.
An agitated peasant farmer, Hajia Fati, in an interview expressed her displeasure about the exclusion of peasant farmers in the policy formation process. She stated that the country could achieve more if the peasant farmers were included in the policy.
I even wonder why at times government doesn't want to, engage with the farmers themselves. You see, engage with the farmers themselves. Instead, Mofa team. Let me tell you today, there's, how do we call it? Mofa representatives in the district that does not even know the number of farmers surrounding them, let alone the district. Somebody without knowledge from the grounds, it will be hard. He's just saying something with big ties and representing the farmer. But if the farmer himself, somebody from the grounds, comes to mingle with them, that's why I'm saying that even if government will select people from that side, the farmer has to be involved. Don't do anything aside the farmer.
The Peasant Farmers Association is recommending to government to either revise the policy or scrap it. Stephen Menson's report read to you.
And that's how we wrap up today's bulletin on the AM show. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. The AM show continues.